好的。Okay, guys, we're going to have a short review of the knowledge we have learned these days. I think you guys know this is this scientist named Ebbinghaus. The people forget the knowledge they learn very quickly. So, and also from the China, we also say that learn often and review and often review and practice isn't happy. So better confuse. So review is very important. I'm going to ask you some questions. When I mention your name, please open your mic and tell me about the answer. Okay? Let's start it. This is a commercial English part. What are the main payment method? Li Xiaojun, please. What are the main payment methods?
直接说哪一节啊？你说啊，你这种支付方式是什么？微信就是。Can I speak in Chinese?
Okay.
我记得有一个电子汇票，然后有那个震惊，我只记得这两个了。
Okay. But this is commercial English, so you better learn them in English, right?
Okay.
So LC means letter of credit. Sometimes you may say there's lessons of credit. It's also okay, but letter of credit. And TT is for the, you see the deposit and the balance is for TT, okay? Okay, next questions. What are the three main trade methods? Please tell me at least three methods. Ye Yongbao, please. Ye Yongbao, please. Rachel had told us about 5 trading methods. 叶永宝参会了吗？喂，
看，老师能听到吗？
可以听到。
好。
Please answer the questions.
If X works, the first is if X works, second is free on board, and then cost and free.
Please louder, please. Yeah, louder, please.
Cost ensues and free, and development duty paid. And okay, that's all.
Okay. I hope you just really learn, not read from your cell phone. Okay. So we have a lot of delivery and payment method to describe the trading method. Okay. So this is all 5, and you at least know 3. Okay. Which brands belong to Hisense Group? Zhou Haiyan, please. Please at least mention 6 brand.
Okay.
Don't say Hisense. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Hisense, Vida, Grenier, Ascol, 荣升, 耀客, 还有科龙. Okay.
And because we are the TV, we are selling TV, so there's another brand you have to mention. TV brand.
TV 嘛. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Toshiba, right? Toshiba. 东芝. Okay.
Don't.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Toshiba. We are selling TV. So the main brand for us, this is a total brand. But main brand for us,
Okay.
Toshiba and Hisense. Okay, okay. This is already
Okay,
6,
okay.
so no problem.
Okay.
So what does the Hisense Group performance in the competitions? I mean the market share issues. And Zhao Wenlong, please.
差别 market and 看上面
Yes, please, louder, please. Okay, I can. No problem.
Hisense is the #1 brand, key brand in China market, and it's the second brand share in international market is the second.
In the second quarter of 2012, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Normally we see, according to the last year, 2021, this is the number 4, but this year, the quarter number 2 quarters, we achieved the number 2, okay? And of course, in China market, we are the number 1. And the rest of you just know this. When did Toshiba start TV production, and how much market share do they have in Japan? Liu Yuan, please.
Toshiba, 1952, Toshiba started TV production, and Toshiba has 25%在是日本是吗？
Okay,
Toshiba has the 25 have the 25% in the Japanese market share.
which is number 1, right?
Yes, which is #1 Japanese market.
Yes. Okay. So until today's, there's already, that's already 17 years history for the TV productions for Toshiba brand, and this is my data is not very new. You see, this is the old version. I think Jason has upgraded a new data, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's ask a question that you may already see some informations, but still want to check with you. What kind of sponsorship have Hisense Group did? Li Hui, please. Li Hui, please.
2018.
You can just tell me the event. Okay, you can just tell me the event. You don't have to say the timeline.
2019，然后2020年5月有一个第一届区域联动超级品牌日，记得是这个。收购是在2019。
Sponsorship? No. Sport event. We have been sponsored, right?
So World Cup, Qatar World Cup.
Qatar World Cup. And this is only one? What else?
And FIFA.
I believe that the World Cup and FIFA is quite same. It is okay. Li Hui, please. Do you know what kind of event we have sponsored? Okay, we don't waste too much time. So let's see this. This is our lines. And the most important is the Euro, UEFA Euro for 2016. This is the first Euro Cup. And then the World Cup of 2018, Russia FIFA World Cup. And then 2020, the Euro, also the UEFA Euro 2020, but it delayed to 2021, right? You remember that. And for this year is 2022 is another World Cup of Qatar. And if you have, if in the future we may do some, the activities or the promotions, we are going to know that we are the sponsor of PSG. You know about PSG? The PSG have easily has Messi, okay, and also the Fnatic is for the esport. Okay, next questions. What is ULED? What is ULED? Wang Jian, please. Kate has Kate and I, both of us had trained about the ULED. So please.
QLED. Full area liquid damping. Dynamic backlight. Local. For area local dimming.
First of all, for a local dimming, right? Okay. Second. You don't remember that? Okay, we don't waste too much time on reviews. So you check about the files we have sent to you. So first of all, is authentic colors, which means that for the most of the mode, we use the quantum dot film and the color enhancement. So we get a very good color. And second, you mentioned about the local dimming. Local dimming is to provide a better contrast for the LED LCD TVs. And the second and the third is the clear motion. So we have 60 Hertz and 120 Hertz for the ULED mode, and also we have the MEMC. So this is the clear motions. And the last is distinct details, which means that we have the 4K resolutions or even 8K resolutions. And also we have the AI up scanner. We can fix low resolution to higher resolutions. So higher resolutions make more details. Resolutions equals to details. Okay? So you only mentioned about the contrast. Please check about other three informations, other three kind of things. Okay? Okay, what are the benefit of mini LED? Han Jipeng, please.
Mini LED.
Please louder, please. Okay.
mini LED. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Mini LED is a very important features. I think in my course and in Kate's course also mentioned that these features. So first of all, the benefit is higher dynamic contrast. And second is the higher brightness. Third is high reliabilities. And the last is super thin. So maybe we don't mention about the reliabilities, but at least we know higher brightness and super thin, because you easily understand that the mini LED is a very, very, very small LED. Okay, just something like a very, very small LED. You at least know this. High brightness, super thin. Okay. What are the advantage and the disadvantage of OLED? Hu Ximing, please. Hu Ximing, please.
I'm here. So the first, the weakness of OLED is that it can get bright as LED TVs, and it has a risk of image retention or burn-in. And the advantage that OLED can OLED have a very high contrast, and it is also very thin. I think
Right.
this is the advantage and disadvantage.
Okay. This is correct. Thank you. So, since OLED can, normally we see the feature or the marketing concept of OLED, we see the perfect black. Okay, so that is offer us a very good contrast, and of course, as a result, there's a very good picture quality. Weakness, the brightness is low and the burn-in issues. Okay, or we can see the lifespan, how long it can work, right? Is shorter than the LED. So there's another question for you, that which mode is the entry level of 4K of our production line? Wang Jian, please. Which is the entry mode of 4K resolution? Are you there, Wang Jian? Do you know this 4K resolution? The cheapest. Okay, let's see this question very easily. Which is the cheapest mode of 4K resolution?
A6 Asia. And only one.
Only is A6 series, right? A6 series. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, A6. Okay, A6 series. We have the cheapest, always the entry mode of 4K resolution. Okay. What is the entry mode of Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision? Li Wei, please. Hello? Are you there? What is the entry mode of Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision?
U7, I think U7 series. I should know.
Which mode? A7?
U7.
H7 and
A7 you say? Or U7?
U7.
A7. I think Kate has shown you this, right? Show you the Dolby Atmos and the Dolby Vision. You can see my mouse, right? You can see my mouse. This is the entry mode. A6 A series is 8,500. You see that? That is the entry level of Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision. So don't forget that. Which modes can achieve 1000 nit peak brightness? Leo.
U8H.
And
NT. At U8, at U8,
okay, U8 and U80, right?
8, U8H.
So these two modes achieve. You see that? This is a 1000 peak brightness. This is also the 1000 peak brightness. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have already spent almost a half hour. So always remember, review is very important. ROM is not built in a day. So we don't just hear, or just watch. We need to learn by heart. Okay? Okay, so this is the review. So we are going to learn about the Toshiba lines today. So first of all, we are watch at the product line. So at the flagship, this is very different from Hisense because the Toshiba don't have the Lancer TVs. So for their flagships, the Toshiba is focused on the OLED product lines, and because in Japan, the Japan consumers is prefer the OLED than the LCD. So in this years we have two modes for the OLED, X8 and X9. So maybe in the future we will have a more entry level for the OLED, but not in this years. And for the high-end LED LCD types, we have the Z7. But Z7 we didn't upgrade this year, so you can hardly see there's a Z7 series in the market. And for the mid-end we are this is very common in the market. So and this is the main part for especially the Asia Pacific market, because the price is more acceptable, more reasonable, and the feature is very good. So it's something that like our U7. Yes, it's a little bit lower than the U7. So you will see that the feature is close, the 4K resolutions, 60 Hertz, but the peak brightness is a little bit lower for 400 nits, and with the quantum dot film. Of course, MEMC. So M5 series is the main selling series. And there are also some entry level. So for example, the C3 series. For the C3 series, we just regard it as the X6. So it is the entry level of 4K. And for 2K levels, we have the V3 and S2. So and we are almost get rid of S2. Only for several small market we sell the S2. Okay, this is the full production lines, and let's see about the overview of the feature and spec. Key features. So first of all, I think I already showed this page before, because the resolutions, what it means of the resolutions. The 8K resolution means on horizontal is 7,680 and in vertical is 4,320 pixels. And the 8K resolution is not 2 times higher, but 4 times higher than the 4K, and also the 4K is 4 times as the full HD, which we speak in Chinese the 1080p. Okay, so the higher resolutions issues. So you can see the difference between the 4K and 8Ks. And this is compares for the full HD and the 4Ks. And you can see those details because there's no jaggers, and when you see that the shape is more natural and more reliability. So Jason had mentioned that the turning of Toshiba is to show more reality even in game. So we want to show more realities to make the things more natural. So second, you make the edge more natural. So you can hardly find out the blur or the jaggers. Okay, for the last, the 4K 4 times more pixels can make the shade more also more natural. Okay, this is what is the advantage of 4K resolutions. First of all, the OLED that I have just asked you about the OLED. What is the advantages? So because it is can self-light, okay, you see there are self-light pixels, and for 4K resolutions there's 8 million or 8 million pixels, and you can regard it that is at least 8 million zones that can light or dim itself. Okay, this is a until today there's no LCD LED TV can achieve that kind of light control or the local dimmings. So OLED that can make a very good contrast. And this is the what is the OLED. So I have already mentioned it. Just look at it. The structure is very simple. So OLED TV can make very very thin. So that is advantages for the structure. Also, there's some problems that may burn themselves. Okay. So for the Toshiba 4K 4K TVs, we need to know that the performance of the darkest brightness is only 0.0005 nit, and which reach the peak brightness over 900 nit. So the contrast is almost infinity. So that is a very high contrast. and you can see this ultra slim, and which is almost half centimeters. It's 4.9 millimeters, very thin. And you can see there's perfect blacks, which depend on that's the light control. Okay, so it shows more details, and there's more hues in black. Okay, this is the features of the LCD, the OLED. I have mentioned that in my course that there's a panels for LCD LEDs. It's the 8-bit original plus FRC, but for most of the OLED, it can have the very good colors for its original 10-bit panel, which the color is very natural. And this is for the LCD. So LCD need the quantum dot to make the color more vivid. So as I mentioned, the quantum dot film is a quantum materials that between the backlight and the polarizer. So it aids to the just in front of the brightness, in front of the backlight. So it will help the LCD panels make a better performance in color gamut. Okay, there's also vivid colored, which we are mostly use in entry levels of LCD. So if there's, for example, the C3 series is a 4K resolutions, but it didn't have the quantum dot film, but the performance still can reach to the wide color gamut. So how? Normally we see that we use KSF, but Toshiba is a premium brand. It didn't use KSF, but we use a better backlight. The LED is more special. Okay, so this can achieve a better colors. The motions. Okay, I mentioned about the motions in the morning. So they also have two. The Toshiba has also two versions of motions. One is ultimate motions, which means 120 hertz plus MEMC. So we all know that for movie, normally for the movie is for the 24 frame per second, and most of video is under 30 frame per second. And even some very new movies is just 60 frame per second. So if our TV can achieve 120 hertz, then we need MEMC to aid those frames into the gap of the frames. And there's a low versions. There's an entry version of the ultimate motion, which means the 60 hertz plus MEMC. So it make less blurred. Okay, that I will show you about the soap opera effect. Please check my files about the television ABC. You will see what if we don't have MEMC, what will happen on the pictures. And the contrast. For example, for our highest mode like Z7, for the 7 series, we can achieve over 1000 peak brightness. You know, that's which something is similar to the U8 and the U80. And because thanks to this ultra high peak brightness, we can enjoy a very good HDR effect and make the color and details unbelievable levels. So the peak brightness is very important, especially our TV. Normally we put our TV in our living room. So when we are watching TVs in our living room, it's no doubt that we will influence the TV. The TV will be influenced by the sunlight, and some details may lost because of the sunlight. Sunlight is also very strong. So, but if our TV can reach 1000 peak brightness, then this won't be a problems. But this is for the Z7 series. Of course, something like our other cans of other can or other mode. There's also 600 nit. You can just see that it's high peak brightness. Okay, the full array local dimming. So we have mentioned about the backlight, the DLED and ELED. So the Toshiba, as a member of Hisense families, the Toshiba use the DLED as well. So they, for the LCD and LED product lines, they didn't use ELED. So our backlight is DLED, full array directly LED. So and the local dimming means that you can dim or light the certain zones we put in a screen, our panels. So in this case, we can achieve 1,000,000 to 1 contrast for the LCD TV, which compared to the native contrast or the original contrast is only 1000 or 1200 to 1. This is a huge gap between 1000 to 1 to 1,000,000 to 1. And this is adaptive dimming. So adaptive dimming is something like the pixel turning. You will see that in Hisense. And this technology is for the local dimming, for the TV mode without local dimming. So make no mistake, this adaptive dimming is not better than the local dimming. It just make the contrast better by adjust the light more smartly. So it also needs the engine to boost the contrast. Okay, so when you see that, you can equal it to the global dimming. And also the sight comfort. You know what, this when you are watching TVs, especially for the LED LCD TVs, you may feel that your eyes get tired. Even that is already much better than the CRT times, but it still can be issues that we are avoid our children to watch TV for too long times. So first of all, again, we are in most of our customer scenarios, they will put their TV in the living room. So the living room means there's a lot of sunlight, and also there's reflections. So there's a low reflection screens, which means that only normally there's about 5% of the sunlight will be reflect, and for our low reflect screens, we only reflect about 1.5%, which is 1/3 of lower than 1/3 of the normal screen, and it can achieve a better since I mentioned about the view angle. Do anyone knows which kind of panel is the best view angle? Do you remember the 3 different panels. Did anyone knows about this? This is a IPS, VN, and the TN, right? So for you can see this, our product with BOE panel have this feature. So which means that normally we say this should be IPS, because IPS has a very good view angle. It has a 168 degrees of view angle, which almost all the angles you can watch TVs. So for the every angles, you won't see the shape is twisted. You won't see the color is changed. That is a very good watching experience. And you can see that for those are marked in the yellow, means that maybe they don't have. They have, or not quite sure about this. So you need to check about your product managers about those features. Okay, then Rexar engine. So Rexar engines mean that's it is a software first of all, and I think the Jason has mentioned that Rexar is already exists also for a very long time, at least 15 years, which is the Toshiba is very proud of Rexar. And in the future, we are going to make Rexar from engine or a audio name to a brand name in the future. So how it works? I think Jason mentioned this as well. So first of all, according to our hardware spec, for example, you can see this. This is a second, we need to turn in according to the human vision process. So for example, I said I talk about the RGB as a premier colors, but for the birds there are 4 premier. Make our TV according to the human beings. Okay, so this is according to how our eyes can watch, and the families. This is based on the how humans, both based on these 2 factors. And the 4K brilliance resolutions, it is will be depend on the high brightness, ultimate peak brightness, and also there's HDR restorations that depends on the full array loading. With there's no HDR, it's only SDR. Okay. As you can see, that we see this pictures very often. That is the color gamma space. So this is or we show there's a color mapping table, 3D color mapping tables. To adjust it, we are full turn. And this is the overview of our product lines. As you can see this, 4K, M5 series, and this is for the HD series. As you can see, we will explain about more details about the Rexa engines. So first of all, the 4K resolutions. First of all, as far as I know, there's the 4K signal. The 4K content is very common today, but there's still more content is based on the Full HD. So or the 2K. There's very few 8K content, films, movies, 8K. There's very few 8K movies or the videos. So in that case, we don't want to make our 8K resolution or 4K resolution as a waste. So how to fix these problems? First of all, we are going to see that is the original image luminance. This is a natural, and we are going to this is a sampling. So this is a video. This is the camera to get the pictures. This is called the input image. Unfortunately, you see that those zones has been changed because of the when we are traveling, we are past the signals. We normally just transform the signals with digital. So sometimes they will hiding the details because we only sampling for the black point, black dot. We don't sampling every point, so they may lose the details. They make the image blur. So in commercially, they just make some sharpened image. Okay, so the edge will be freak, the shadow will be freak. As I mentioned in television ABC, you can see the sharpness. Please watch about the sharpness. You will see that's a fake edge of the tower of the buildings. Okay, that is the conventional way to solve the blur. And of course, this is the most way that Samsung and LG, the Koreans, use this way. Okay, that is not really good. So for Toshiba's, especially for the Rexa engines, we restore. We don't say that we show or display. We restore the original image luminance by our engines, by the AI calculation. So if we don't have these informations, by the turnings, we will find the details. So it looks very real. And you can see to achieve this, we have a lot of features in this 4K resolutions plus to upscan. We see it's very easy to upscan, but this is a very large process to fix it. First of all, we need to upscan the resolution. You can say that we cut the low resolutions to certain pieces, and according to the calculation of the AI, we calculate how to put more pixels in those zones, users in those zones. So that makes more details. And of course, AI will learn. For example, in these examples, it will learn from the whole picture that this is a leaf from tree. So it should add some, sap or pen or small pipes to the details. And this is very important, the brightness restorations. You can watch the picture behind. You can see those waters on the flowers. This is a very freak one, because in the conventional ways, we just to increase the saturations. For example, Samsung like to read the saturations in the booth. I mean in the store. So when you see their video in the store, the restoration is extremely high, even to normally the restoration is 50, and Samsung, I think it is at least 65 or even more. You can check when you are reach the local market. And then if you raise the restoration saturation, it will lose the detail. For example, those two part of the flowers, there are some dark details. There is a shadow. If the saturation is very high, you will never see this shadow. So this is a real thing. You can see the brightness on the waters, and if you don't use the Recta engine, you will never see these details. And you can see that is the easy. This is a horizontal pixel positionings with the higher means the higher brightness. Okay, so this is the restorations, because you can see that this point is when we are sampling. We only sampling for this 4 point, but we can fix even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we fix more details. And this is the precision adaptive, which means that is something like the contrast, increase contrast and make the depths more natural. So this is a conventional one. You will see this like it's just a picture or on the wall. This is only a picture on the wall. But from this picture, you can clearly feel the grassland is close, maybe 5 meters to you or 10. And the castle, the buildings, it is, that's maybe 100 meters to you or 200 meters to you. This is the middle depth, middle distance. And of course, for the background, the sky, the clouds, it is very, very far from you, maybe hundreds of kilometers, and you can feel this a very deep picture depths, a very good picture depths. That is we are going to find. So, and we are going to separate it to 3 parts: the background, the castle, the building, the mid range, and the close range, and the far range. And you can compare for this. If I fix the picture globally, we fix all the picture in one way, you will see the castle. When I fix the castle right, the grassland maybe you feel too much colors. But if we separate to 3 parts, at least 3 parts, you feel every part is very natural and precision. Okay, this is the precision adaptive, also based on the AI calculation. And the PQ, the PQ technologies that we are fixing for that is to getting a bad viewing experience. All those, this is what I mentioned about this the engine, okay? But there's also some new features for these chapters. First of all, is the pictures and a color optimizer. This is not based on the engine now. So, but also this is based on the AI calculations. So first of all, they will recognize, for example, this is a building. You can see this is a building, and maybe this is a mountains or trains. That's just to calculate, but it's also based on the chipset. So the chipset will calculate for the real-time scenario. For example, buildings face snowing indoors, and it will adjust the colors and brightness. For example, the snow will reflect a lot of light, which when you watch on the snow, especially some mountains, you will see it's very, very bright because snow reflect. Okay. And the color remasters, and you can see that with the adjustment, the color is much better than the original ones. Only for the M series, which means the M5 and Z7, of course, for the OLED. This is the low version, the entrant version of the color remasters for series and belows. And as you see that in my television ABCs, that the every pictures is based on the brightness and the colors, and of course the shadow. So when we combine them, this is a full information of pictures or videos. So the picture optimizers for 4K, we also have the 4K. Okay, so to make the pixels and every frames, every pixels, to make the darker, make the dark side darker, make the bright point even brighter. Okay, so you can achieve a better brightness and colors. Auto view. So there's some self adjustment because we have a sensor. According to the environment, the sensor will feel the environment. For example, the best of the Auto View Pro is about Z7 series. It can adjust the brightness and the color temperatures. For example, as we all know, the sunlight is very warm, and if in this scenario, this first scenario, as we watch TV, maybe in the noon, maybe now, right now, because for example now it's 9 o'clock in Vietnam. We watch TVs, you feel the sun is very bright and warm, and your TV may under influence by the sunlight. But for the normal, I mean, if it didn't under any kind of effect, it will make the brightness lower and the temp and the color temperatures to the middle, which means for the middle it's the 6500K. Okay, and in the dark room, maybe in the night, there's no influence. There's almost no color. There's almost no environment light. So the brightness will adjust to very low, and the temperature maybe turn to a little bit warm. So it make your watching experience better. So all this is depend on the sensor. If you cover the sensor, honestly, I don't know where is the sensor. It will not work. Okay, and this is for the M series. M series didn't change the color temperature, but only adjust the brightness. Okay, this is for the M series. And the contrast. And this is very similar to the engine that I mentioned about. Sorry. So to make sure that you can see more details, to how to put down the high brightness, to put down the high brightness, the controlled brightness is a very important technology. So how to keep the details in the dark and make the brightness more real, that is a very big issue. And you can see these details. There's a very small shadow under this part of waters, and you can see that in a very close area, it is very bright, and this area, this is a little shadow. So how to control this? The bright part and the dark part is very close. How to boost? How to make this contrast more vividly, more real? This is the super contrast boosters to keep the details in the dark part. Also, we have the 2K the 2K resolutions version. Okay, the restorations. Well, I already told about the weather color gamut. As we all know, the weather color gamut is based on the quantum dot or the KSF or the better LED backlight, but you can see that it's plus the restorations. So we need to know that it's more natural. So even we have very good color gamut, we still need to turning this into the right way, turning the color to the right way. Of course, for the HDR. So the HDR normally is based on the local dimmings, and you can see that with the HDR restorations, there's more details. You see this screen, these frames, these pictures is very bright. You know, this is under like the mid-noons, is the sunlight is very high. But on the other hand, on this cliff, on these mountains, it is very dark. And if you don't have the HDR restoration, you will clearly find that there's no details. Okay, the conversion one is there's no details. This is also based on our TV turning. Okay, to avoid the too much saturations. You can see that. For example, our peak brightness is not that high. For example, the C3 series, we still use and you know, C3 series don't have the local dimming zones, but even so, we can achieve a better HDR experience by the restorations, because we know how to adjust the pictures. For example, the very good movie has the metadata. So the metadata I will talk with you in the Hisense product overview. So but there's a lot of pictures or the videos without metadatas. So it will restore the metadatas. Which part should be dark, which part should be bright, and how bright it is and how dark it is. This is the metadata easily. Of course, there's more informations. And this is the 4K dynamic corrections, which that the real-time luminance and colors. You can see that. Histogram is very common in the camera. So if you if you watch about the camera, if you have a good camera, you will see that. So the brightness in this case, the brightness, and this is how much you see the amount. So it means that how many pixels in this brightness. Okay. Also, normally it will be divided to 3 parts, the RGB. Normally, but this pictures it depend on how many brightness in how many pixels in this brightness. If the peak, you see this is a peak in there, that means the total picture is very dark. So also if the peak, if there's a lot of pixels in this part, it means that the total picture is too bright. So normally if you want to take a very good pictures or videos, you need to know that the peak of the histogram should be in the middle. But if you don't control the luminous, but if you control the luminous and the color in the same way, normally it didn't get a very good picture. So our engineers to celebrate it, the luminous and the color in different way. So this is two, we divided the two informations so we can get a better picture. So noise reductions. As you can see, in these pictures, it is 4K. And in second pictures, it's also 4K. But if you put it more detail, if you watch the details, you will see there's a lot of blur. So why? Because the digital signals can be effective when they are transformed. So that is a problem for the TV. So how to reduce we see the noise? You will feel that the picture is a little bit dirty, right? So how to reduce this kind of issues? Our engineers learn this knowledge by learn from a lot of the broadcast from the how to transform this digital signals. We learn from over 200 broadcast, the televisions, the broadcast and television channels. We have learned a lot of things from that. So where the blur will happen, you can see there's this is a digital signal, and no matter it's transformed by the Wi-Fi or the wireless or with the wires, it will be under influence. There are a lot of sectors. There are a lot of things can influence the signal. So we learn all those things. How does noise be produced? How will our signal be influenced? And we put in our lab and to learn that how to reduce them. This is the noise reduce. It's a little bit hard to explain because it's a little bit technologies, but we will learn in the future. This is a 2K version. And of course, in these years, especially in China, and there's and also in Japan, there's a very fewer people use the TV to watch the TV program. Instead of watching TV, they are playing video games. So the game mode is very important. Especially the Sony has used this game mode, something like game mode as well, because they have PlayStation, right? So PlayStation from Sony, Xbox from the Microsoft, and the Switch from the Nintendo I don't know that you know that the Switch. This is the main three video games manufacturers. I mean they are game box manufacturers, and they are growing very fast. And normally those players don't play games too much games on the computer, but on the video games on the game box. So this is a very important scenario for our user playing games on TV. So we have some features for the TV for the game. First of all, we have auto low latency mode. See, this is a ALLM, means auto low latency mode. So this is very important, and normally it's based on the HDMI. It's not exclusive. It's based on the HDMI. If your HDMI port support this, normally it support. Most of the HDMI supports these features. It makes your game more smoothly, and there's low lag. So the HDMI is still better than the wireless. And we have this sport mode. The sport mode that we can, our engine can catch the screen, that it will find you are playing, you are watching the games. No matter it's a football or a tennis, because for the sport there's a lot of fast moving things, right? The athlete run very fast, the ball flies very fast, moving very fast, everything moving very fast. So they will, in this case, we have a sport mode. Also, this to ensure that you can see the full details, and also that the sport mode is also connected with our, the activities of the sponsorship of, the World Cup. The World Cup, I mean the soccer is the world #1 sport, and most of our client, I mean the consumers will watch the FIFA World Cup. So it's very important to introduce these features to your consumers or client. We have such kind of mode. Okay. Also, this is a clearly high quality image. This is the auto signal booster, and this is something like the noise reduce. You see that? But this one is for the digital image. Okay, this is for the digital image, digital signal. But this one is more for the model. I mean the auto signal. I mean the model signal is there's a lot of traditional ways to catch up the signals. You can see there's a lot of blurred. Okay, this is a and when the signal is weak and under influence, we can fix it. You can see this is the a overview of our product, and normally we just include the LCD product line, because we don't, until now, don't put we didn't sell much OLED. If you want to check about the OLED features of the engines and the modes, you can check with the product managers, because it's brand new. Okay, and there's some technologies we're going to explain you that a lot of manufacturers like Samsung, LG, Sony, they have all the filmmakers. The filmmakers make you that from TV you can watch the TV that have a very similar experience like in the cinema. So this is the filmmaker mode. So it helps the consumers. If you're just a consumer, you can watch the film like you can watch the movie in your home, and you feel in, and the experience is just like in the cinema. This is for the very normal consumer. And in the other hand, there are also some, the filmmakers. Today's a lot of people create their own videos, right? So if they want to see how did their videos performance in the cinema, so they can change to this mode and play their videos, and they will see what will happen in the cinema. Okay, and of course, I will offer you details. This is for the UHD Alliance. So this is also a certificate. Okay, this is not a marketing concept. No, this is not marketing concept. This is also a certificate from the UHD Alliance, something like the Dolby version. Is its authority. Okay, the MX. The MX we only use on the premier level of our TV. So in the most easy way to understand, to know the different MX is when you watch movies, you can see there's a lot of black in the in the top and in the bottom, but the MX is full screen, so all the pixels will be filled with pictures. So this is the MX. So how to know the MX enhance? First of all, the MX has their own HDR standards, which is very high than the HDR10 and HDR10 Plus, and they have even there's even more advantage compared to the Dolby version. So Dolby version we use even on the A6 series, as I mentioned today, but MX is only used for the very high end, something like the U8 and above. And it will adjust your content to full screen. I mean, all the pixels, for example, 4K, all the pixels will fill with pictures. And that is a better experience compared to the conventional films. And also the MX has a cooperation with the DTS. You know that DTS is also a competitor's company to the Dolby company. So MX company is mainly focused on image, and DTS is mainly focused on the audios. So their cooperation, they has a MX enhanced standard against the Dolby Vision and the Dolby Atmos. Okay, then comes the Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I think that's you have learned a lot from Kate. I don't explain too much today. This is the Dolby Visions. Yes, it's 1,000 times more colors than conventional TVs. All this need to certificate and authorize. So, which means we need to send our TV to Dolby company, and they will see if our TV achieve their require. So, and Dolby IQ. Dolby IQ is something that I am mentioned about, but it's not totally different, totally same, because there's a IQ calculation system to not only adjust the brightness, but also adjust the dynamic range. Okay, please be careful compared to our own engine to adjust the brightness and the color temperature. Dolby IQ, the mode with Dolby IQ will change adjust the dynamic range. Okay. Of course, the HDR10. This is a basic standards of HDR and HDR10 plus. Okay, I think this is a very good Excel to explain the difference of those HDR standards. So in the color depths, the Dolby Vision is very good, and others 10 bits, because most of the TV can reach 10 bits, as is already very high already. And the peak brightness is mastered normally is 1,000 to 5,000 card per millimeter square. You can equal this unit to nit. It is same. Okay, don't be struggle. And sometimes it's raised to 10,000. Okay, so the metadata, there's both static and dynamic, and you can see from this this is a very difference in the HDR10 HDR10 plus. In metadata, HDR10 don't have the dynamic metadata, but HDR10 plus has the dynamic. This is very important. So it will fit more TV. So with the dynamic data. Also, the Dolby Vision has an advantage because there's a lot of film company that use this standard. So now the Dolby Vision has an advantage, but MX is also very good at the pictures and audio quality. The audio is always be a very, very proud part of Toshiba TV. So the TV with high-end, the bass woofer, for example, for the Z7 series, you can see that they divided to 3 parts, and there's 2 speakers on each side and 2 woofers in the middle. And so this advantage is when you divided the speakers and the woofers, it won't influence each other's. It has own space to produce the voice. Okay, this is very important, and it is very 25 watts. It's very high. And you can see this. The design for the woofer is very special. So you can see that the green part of the woofer is positive, and the pink part is negative. It will have a better. It didn't have the electric under negative ones, but it will be influenced by the negative sorry, it's just the difference is that if you have a positive and negative ones, you can make a better experience, because that the positive one will influence the negative one, and it will make the bass woofer more hard shaking. Okay, because there's a lot of very large space for the woofer. It's very important. You will see the soundbar product in the future. You will see the subwoofer normally is extremely big because it needs a lot of time to it need a lot of space to put on a negative woofer. Okay, and for the speakers, and the 10 watts is for the tweeter, and you see that we divided to 2, which means we can celebrate from the high voice high range voice, mid range voice to 2. So which means that we can make the sound more stereos. It's not only from one speaker. Okay, it's two-way clear direction speakers. And with the front firing speakers, we can have a very good surround sounds for our users. It's very hard shakings. And for the M series, especially for the Asian Pacific modes, woofer is on the back, also very large woofer. And even for the entry level of our TV, we still have a very good design for us for those TVs. As it has a dual 12 watts speakers, which is highest in this range. I remember that Jason has mentioned that in the same range of the TV, for example, Samsung and LG and compare the Samsung, LG, Sony, and Toshiba's. The voice performance, Toshiba always the best. Okay, in voice performance, Toshiba always the best. Please remember that, because in the store you will see that most of the, for example, Sony will rely on a soundbar, because for the audio, the TV audio itself, it plays very bad, very poor. But the Toshiba TV didn't depend on the soundbar. That is one important thing. The all-in-one, that is our home theater of Toshiba. And Dolby Atmos. Okay, Dolby Atmos means that always remember, the Atmos means atmosphere. So make your sound environment like the atmosphere. Okay, it's the voice come to every directions like the real environment. This is very important. Okay, and DTS Virtual X. This is normally bonded. For example, for other brand TV, it's normally bonded with high end, but we have a lot of mode. For Toshiba has this kind of knowledge to make our consumers have a better experience of audios. And there's also a lot of smart mode like the VIDA. We will see that VIDA has a lot of free content, and it has sport mode. It has a lot of sport and music. This is our own operation system. You know that all the good brand, all the premier brand has their own system. For example, the Samsung has the Tizen, LG has their own system. Or Sony uses the Android, but a lot of consumers will see that a good brand, a premier brand, has their own OS operation system. We will train the more details about the U6, because this is a U5 because the chipset. According to the chipset, for example, the C3 series only uses this U4 because the chipset. Okay. And of course, the Toshiba has also some mode of the Google. The Google has the, for example, the assistant Alexa, and you can watch a lot of apps through the Android TVs, because Android is a lot of applications, but it's much slower than our VIDA. Okay, And this is you can use smartphone to control our TVs. It's very convenient. And you can use the far field voice, remote voice. So this is two meaning. And in the future, I think we use this remote voice because we are more concerned about the privacy of our consumers. And the screen sharing, you can see that when you watching a very interesting content on your cell phone, you can easily share to the TV to share to your families. Okay, and of course it is a big screen to share pictures and the videos, everything that you want to share. It's easy. And there's also some ideas we are very proud of, that all those designs is designed in Japan. So first of all, this is we want our TV's intentional beauty. For example, this is a full screen, so it maximum the content and the brightness beauty. So it makes the edge very, very small, smallest screen edge, and breathless. There's almost no breeze in the edge. There's a minimalist to design. So it's pictures with the pictures more larger. With larger pictures, you will feel that you are in the content, you are in the film, you are in the game. Okay, this is a very elegant metal stand compared to some plastic materials. The mantles are more elegant. And we have the cable solution. You can watch there the details. The wires will hide in the cables. All the cables will hide in this way, so you don't watch the chaos in your TVs. Okay, there's make this more looks better. And this is anti-tip clips. So that's very dangerous when a babies stay alone in your families. Maybe it will make the TV tip. So there's a bonded to ensure that it will not hurt your families. Okay, this is a very humanity design. And the slim design. Okay, this is a ultra slim. We always looking for ultra slim because, for example, the LED TV is slimmer than the CRT, of course. This is the developing future. This is the future. And the connectivities. I believe that I already discussed with you. That's the HDMI. So there's many different version, 2.0, 2.1, with EX, with EC. It's a very difference. And dual brand. So we use this as well in Hisense and Bluetooth. We have also two-way to bond. Okay, we just watch overview. That's all the features we have mentioned about. Each for maybe 5 or 6 seconds. You can see that IMAX enhance. This is only for the high end. Okay, we don't have the IMAX for the M5 series. And we also have the Dolby Atmos for the C3 series and Dolby Visions. So we have very good feature for the entry level of 4K. That is very cost performance. Okay. The Dolby Audio is a lower version of Dolby Atmos. So it is use more on the entry level. And be careful. There's two sides of V3 series, and for the 43-inch, it is full HD, but for the 32-inch, it is only HD, or you can see HD ready. Okay, this is the training for today, and if you have some problems, please free to ask. You're welcome to ask. Is everybody here?
张老师，这个 PPT 可以麻烦发我，到时候我们下班
Okay,
之
no
后
problems. Okay, no problems. Any questions? If there's no questions, I will ask about the informations I trained today in the future. Okay, so this is my training for today. Thanks for your attention.